What's happening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. London Plumber. I am the plumber that goes by the name Mr. London Plumber. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Today we'll be talking about what does it take to be a good tradesman or a good plumber. So I can only speak from a plumber's point of view because I'm a plumber. Plumber by trade, model by nature. You know my slogan. If you're not following my socials, they'll be down below here. Follow it up. Let's get straight into it, guys. So, and girls, I'm not just saying it's just for the guys, this is for the trades people. Let me always be correct when I'm putting stuff out there. So you want to be a good tradesperson. I'm going to tell you some traits which I've seen from other tradespeople which have allowed me to look at them as good tradespeople, but obviously allows a lot of other people to look at them as good tradespeople. So let's go. There's in no order. I'm just going to get it out there because I think I've not seen anybody do any videos like this. So being due diligent, making sure you check your own work and making sure that you're the best version of yourself. So let's say somebody asks you to fit a siphon in. You might fit it within an hour, but you say to yourself, you're going to spend 15 minutes just checking to make sure that it's functioning, working properly. You've read through the instructions and you can say to yourself, do you know what? It's filling up to the point where I would like it to fill up, and it's shutting off to the point where I'd like it to shut off. And when I actually do use it, it fills up quite quickly. It fills up within this time because I've checked the time and this is perfect for it, right? That's understanding if you know what your flow rate is when it's coming into the siphon in the first place. You've got to understand all these things. That's a part of being due diligent, is understanding all these things before you even go to the install. Do you get it? Some people might call it a bit being anal and all that, but do you know what, at the end of the day, if you have nothing to worry about when you're on the job, yeah, it just creates a bit of comfort for yourself, but creates a bit of comfort for your customer as well, because they understand you know what you're doing, right? So being due diligent is definitely one of them. Punctual as well, being on time for your jobs, definitely allows people to see that you are serious. But if you are serious, they must be serious as well. So if you turn up for the work on time, they must pay you on time and not allow you to keep asking them for the money. Because anyone who I have worked for and I've turned up for the job on time and they've not really paid me on time, I do not do work for them again. That's a rule, because you made me wait about and you didn't have to wait about for my services which I provide to you, but I always had to wait about for you to be able to pay me. That's not how business works. So that's something I learned for myself to be able to take into my world of business and say, we're not doing that. You ask for something immediately, we need payment immediately when it's done or when we've sent the invoice over. Right. Another thing as well is being the better version of yourself. The better version of yourself when it comes to work is probably being the one who seems like they care a little bit more than other people, but being attentive to being that person that can be like, okay, I know what's next to do. I'm going to do this, this and this, and I don't need someone to tell me. We need more people who can get that level of direction and take it upon themselves and act upon it, yeah? If you're a person who could do that, you're in a good space, right? Taking on responsibility when you come to jobs. When it comes to any trades, yeah, this is what's going to put you forward in front of a lot of other tradespeople, is being the person who's willing to take on responsibility. I know a lot of us, we just want to make money when we get to work. That's probably most people's goals, is to make money, right? But if you're not the person who's willing sometimes to take the responsibility, you're not actually going to see those extras really, and those extras come with your wages at the end of the day. So I do want to make that clear. So when you wonder why you're not getting to a certain point, it's because you've been an engineer or a plumber or electrician and you're at a site or a workplace and you've not tried to progress up the ladders and tried to get to the supervisor. Again, you've got to take that little bit of responsibility so you can get that little bit more money, right? So you've got to understand that, whether it's taking responsibility on a job and saying to them, okay, we'll get it done for X, Y and Z, and actually stepping up. Because stepping up is the difference. Stepping up is when you're going to find yourself in challenging points and you're either going to swim or you're going to say to yourself, nah, this ain't for me. But it's going to teach you a lesson. and the lesson is priceless. So the lesson which you learn in those scenarios is if you can or can't do it. And more time you can, sometimes it's just being a little bit more focused than you was before, but obviously looking at things with the head of, oh, what should I do? So, you know, like, problems happen with everybody inside any type of workplace. If you have some type of plan, like not a B plan, I mean a critical plan in case a problem happens, right? Let's say you're in a workplace and a leak happens, or a leak happens to you in general. Where's your wet vac? What have you got to tidy it up? What have you got to stop and prevent this leak from flooding the property or the building what you're in? Do you know what I mean? These are the things what you've got to be in place before you do it. It's like someone doing soldering in someone's house and they've got no extinguisher, they've got nothing like that, or they've got no heat mat. You got to ask yourself, you know, these are the things which people are going to look at from the outside and take some type of judgment upon you when you're going in and out of people's houses. I think how you present yourself, whether that be in a professional mannerism or a mannerism where you haven't got these skills where you're able to switch it up into corporate life, how I'm speaking right now, or if you're willing to be able to explain things in layman terms like I'm doing right now. So you need to be able to have that switch. That switch is from 1 to 2, let's call it, yeah? Because corporate worlds is something which we go in and out as trades, but day-to-day people is something who we deal with on the majority when it comes to trades. So that understanding how to switch it up and understanding how to speak to people, because we all are not going to be understanding something if we said, oh, we're here to clean the float lines or we're here to do this. Those terminologies are generally used in a corporate world or a construction surroundings. You're going to say something like that, but you're not going to say that inside somebody's property. You're going to explain to them in a way which they're going to understand. That's a switch up which you have to kind of get for yourself, depending on what type of work you're doing. Because I realize some people, they only do like commercial work. That's fine, because you come across those people, but there's a lot of money in domestic work as well, which is a factual thing at the end of the day. I don't think there's more than the other. I think it just depends what side of the spectrum you're at and what you are doing in general. I do want to touch on looking professional, because I take that with great pleasure. Looking professional when you're at work, looking the part and being able to act the part allows people to think this person might be the part. So you fake it till you make it, because people don't generally give you any chances when you're trying to make it. They're giving the other people who they know how to make it. So you've got to present yourself like a package which is ready to be opened, right? When I first started, there was a lot of things which I didn't have, so I had to make sure that I compensated for them with other things, which might be a really good skill level, which might be a really good way how to assess and do the jobs, but also make sure that I do not get any comebacks. So when I was first starting my business, I had to grow the name. Growing the name consists of doing just really good work. I still do really good work now today, but I'm trying harder at the beginning and trying less harder now, because it's more second to none to me. It's like that. It's like me clicking my fingers. That's how I would like it to be. What I've seen from good tradespeople are people who are able to talk you through the job before they even start. So good tradespeople can do this, talk you through the job before they start, but they could also explain how something went wrong with the sequel of events. Yeah, so if somebody tells you, I had the boiler on last night, I done this and I done that, and then it stopped working. Oh, let me just see if the other thing what you done at first needs resetting, because if you don't reset that, the boiler might not come on. Aha, gives you a point to start from. I found those conversations as a plumber and as just inside general people's homes, or even a building or something like that, it makes so much sense, because it allows me to think like as if I was there. So it allows me to put a picture together. So those things definitely do matter, and I think that those will make you able to think outside the box, and thinking outside the box is where it's all at actually. So those are some things which I want to give you guys to think of. This wasn't going to be a long video. This was just things which I thought popped in my head and said, you know what? Nobody doesn't talk about being due diligent. Nobody doesn't speak about, you know, acting professional. Nobody doesn't speak about how we could level up our skills with the things what we've got. And that's all this video was about, really, because I made a few videos on, you know, why would you want to become a plumber? And now this is about construction people who I've seen over my 20 years who I've said, you know what, he knows what he's talking about, because he was able to do all of these things. Just one person, innit? Let's get it. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, because I'm dropping all the gems and I need you to be there. So let's get it. I'm out.